Hello. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Living Better. Welcome. I was acting all brand new. It's like, wow, I'm not getting any of the notifications. So I don't know about you, Jasmine, but I know here in Georgia, it has all of a sudden got pretty chilly outside. I am so aggravated because now my throat is bothering me. So I'm like, really? How did that happen? So, of course, I'm going to give people a few minutes to come in so I can get started. That's the one difference about having, when I was actually an instructor. Once my seminar started, I go in and I lock the door so I didn't have anybody coming in late. So I can start and get it over with. So, hey, Vern, how are you? How was your birthday? It is cold there. Yeah, it got kind of chilly here too. I know it's cold up north. It's like some kind of sign with that cold weather. My grandma used to say anytime the snow stays on the ground for more than, here in Georgia, if it stays on the ground more than 2 days and the sun comes out and it doesn't all melt, the snow is not over. And it always happened that way. But I think we're good. I don't think we will get any snow, but that's not unusual for Georgia because I've seen that we've had an ice storm in May. So, okay. I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna get started. So, when you say cold, Jazz, how cold is it? Hey, Natural Way, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing? Still celebrating, Byron? Hey, woohoo! Get your pom poms and your shoes and get going with it. I'm not mad at you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining, Mama Dale. Thank you. So I'll go ahead and minimize and get started here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we can get started. You're doing well getting the house together, but listening. Okay, great, great. 59. Wow. It's supposed to be down to 40 tonight. I think we were 57, Jasmine, so we were actually cooler than you guys were. Wow. But getting down to 40, I am so not ready. Well, first of all, I don't winterize my body. My wardrobe, I do not winterize. So I don't wear a coat. I'll throw it in the trunk just in case. But I just don't because Georgia is the weather is so unpredictable. So I'm like, why do I spend all that time and money on trying to put a wardrobe together when it might actually get hot and it's winter time? Because I know I've been Christmas time here many, many years ago. It was 83 degrees outside. Christmas. Like, nah, not gonna do that. So I don't winterize my body. I just don't do that. Okay, guys, so we're gonna get started here because time is of the essence. And I wanted to talk to you. Okay, so again, today is Wednesday and it is our Nutrition Wednesday. but I named it a little bit different this time. So I've got vibes behind it, but I'm thinking this is going to be a part two, and I'm almost positive it'll be a part two next week. So, with that being said, it is Wednesday nutritional vibes. We're going to talk about beverages and the benefits and or facts about the beverages. I have to give my disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, so please seek the advice from your doctor prior to starting any food plans or fitness plans. So we're going to get some facts about sugar sweetened beverages and its consumption. Because sugary drinks are the leading source of added sugars in the American diet. This is associated with weight gain. Hey, Taylor, welcome. How are you today? So again, this sugary drinks are associated with weight gain, obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, non-alcoholic liver disease, tooth decay, and cavities, gout, which is very, very painful, arthritis, and pancreatic cancer. So that's what these sugary drinks do to us. And of course, you know, the companies know these things. They cannot control how many you buy, but they sell it because it's money. So we have to be aware of these things, because if we instill these things into our children or our other family members and we carry this on, then we will all become better with it. So we'll know not to drink as much. So what are sugar sweetened beverages? Now in this demonstration, we're going to call it SSB. That's for sugar sweetened beverages. So I'm going to give you some examples of the different types of sugar sweetened beverages that are any liquids that are sweetened by items such as brown sugar, corn sweeteners, dextrose, fructose, glucose, high fructose, corn syrup, honey, lactose, malted syrup, maltose, molasses, raw sugar, and sucrose. My goodness, all of that stuff could be in your drink. So, in your sodas or your juice, because juices are just as bad. So you have to look for the all natural juices, but they're going to have some type of sweetener in it. So if you don't want sugar, or if you're trying to get away from sugars, you need to actually juice all natural fruits and vegetables. That's the only way it's going to be all natural. So these are all considered processed foods too. So sugar cane is a really natural sweetener, and so is honey. But it has to go through a process. So processed foods is just not the proper way to maintain a healthy living. So SSB consumptions are going to be breaking down. I have it broken down by age and what it does. So the consumption by age, sex, race. So the ages 6 to 10, they drink about 63% of the sugary sodas, juices. And then at the age of, and this is at the age of 5 and up to 10. And then 49% drinks the sugary drinks on any given day. So that's a lot of sugar intake that you're getting. They're also saying that it's high intake in boys, non-Hispanic blacks, and youths that are living in low-income families. Among adults, the intake is higher in males, non-Hispanic, black, or Mexican. So that stuff is out there and it's strong. It is a powerful thing. It's an addictive drug. It really is. It's not on the screen. I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. I don't know what happened. I apologize. That is weird. Thank you, Jasmine, for bringing that to my attention. Oh my goodness, it sure didn't. I don't know what happened. Okay, well, there we are. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for bringing that to my attention. So I'll just show you the screens that I started out with, and then we'll go back to that, we'll catch up. Okay, I think it's slowly coming. So the other day, it was like running all over the place with my slides and everything. And now today, it just didn't want to bring up the slides. Thank you, Living Better. Thank you. Hello, Marley, December family. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I think we're on track now. Do you guys see the slide now? I can see it from my phone. I don't know why it never showed up. Okay, great, 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 great. Of course, now it's behind. It hasn't caught up yet. There we go. Okay. So I'll go back through it really quick. So I gave the disclaimer first. I'm not a doctor. Please seek the advice from your doctor prior to starting any food plans or fitness plan. It is really moving slow. Wow. Hey, Wilson, for real, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Taylor, for confirming. So I gave facts on Wilson, for real, and Marley. I was giving them facts about the sugar sweetened beverages and its consumption, but the slides wasn't showing, so I had to start all over. First time on social media today. So I started by talking about the different types of sugar, which are all processed, which processed foods is not a good thing. Sugary drinks, and throughout this um, segment, I'm going to talk about sugar sweetened beverages, and their shortcut name is SSB. So you may hear me slip and say SSB. But these drinks all have a added sugars is the leading source of the diet in America. They also associate with weight gain, obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, non-alcoholic liver disease. Hello, this is Yo Show. How are you? I just left your premiere. Thank you, Living Better. So tooth decay, cavities, gout, which is very painful, arthritis, and pancreatic cancer are all associated with people that are actually consuming these sugary drinks. So when I say sugary, the things that they're using that is actually going to be processed is your brown sugars, your corn sweeteners, dextrose, fructose, glucose, high fructose corn syrup, honey, lactose, malt syrup, maltoses, molasses, raw sugars, and sucrose. All of that stuff could be potentially in your sodas, which that actually takes a hit to your body, and you have the opportunity of becoming the overweight with obesity or diabetes and those other diseases that I mentioned. So I talked about the consumption of the SSB by age, sex, race. And they're saying that ages 6 to 10, there is 63% that is heavily consuming the SSB. And then for adults, it's 49%. And the intake in boys, non-Hispanic blacks, that are living in low income has a greater chance of becoming a victim of diabetes, heart disease, kidney, all the other diseases attached with drinking these sugary sodas. And then with the adults, the intake is higher in males, non-Hispanic, Black, or Mexican. And that's, of course, with Americans that are in low income bracket. So on a side note, I pulled up this map. It doesn't fill in the blanks, but it gives us a great idea of what the actual, waiting for this to catch up. It is so slow, guys. I'm sorry. Gives you the actual map showing who drinks the most sodas, and it looks like several states. I'm surprised they didn't have a calculation for West Virginia because they're known to have. Um, just a second, Taylor. I see your comment, but they're known for drinking like the what is that stuff? The mountain, not Mountain Dew, Mellow Yellow, because they also have teeth problems with decay and cavities and teeth falling out in West Virginia because they consume. Babies drink that. I saw a special on 2020 where they couldn't afford milk for the children, so they would give them Mellow Yellow. Taylor, example of natural juice and drinks again would be a mixture of your fruits, your strawberries, your bananas, your blueberries, the antioxidants. That's a natural juice for you. There are some in the store. I am probably the worst person to ask a question about the natural juices that you can buy in the store because I have a problem with buying things that are processed when I can do it at home on my own. So if you buy them in the store, just please make sure that you read the label to see what they all have involved. Because a lot of them have sugar and they say that they don't have sugar, but then you look at the bottom and you'll see a small amount of sugar that they call either fructose or corn syrup or cane sugar or something of that nature. So they all do actually have sugar in them because otherwise they wouldn't have people to drink them. Yes, Marley, December. There was a segment on 2020, and that's been some years ago, but they were talking about the economy and how bad it was for the people in West Virginia, and they couldn't afford milk for the babies, so they would give them Mellow Yellow. And then the kids were losing their teeth at an early age. They would get their teeth, and then their teeth would just fall out because they were drinking the Mellow Yellow. So also people who have an abundance of screen time. Taylor, Mellow Yellow is a soda that's like, I guess it's like Mountain Dew. It's clear. It's in a green bottle. Now I've known people in the work industry. I knew a girl that kept cases of them at her desk. Correct. Yeah, Jasmine. Yes, anything you juice at home for you, Taylor. Those are going to be your best natural way of juices. But I know everybody doesn't have the juice or everybody don't have the time. That's why we as citizens or consumers, we pay a big price on our health because we need convenience. So television, cell phone, computers, gaming, social media, people that do that are more likely to consume a lot of sugary sodas, SSB, sugary sweetened beverages. Okay. Taylor, did you have any more questions or did I answer your question regarding the Mellow Yellow? Okay, so now we're going to get down to some good stuff about H2O. How much H2O and How does H2O help the human body? Now, for years, I've heard you've probably heard your doctor or your family is apple juice. Taylor, apple juice is natural if you juice it yourself. Because when you buy, I'll tell you an example. If you buy orange juice is really not 100% orange juice. It's going to have apple juice in it. So if you read the content of it, you'll see apple juice in there. They're not all 100% what they say they are, which is the very reason why I don't like buying those processed items. But if you get an apple juice that's all natural, it should not have any other additives in it. So I'm not saying that they're not natural. You'll have to make sure that the one you pick. And I think it was one, was it Juicy Juice? I think was the one that the government deemed as one of the better juice products because that's what they gave to the people that was getting, what is the name of that stuff? Oh God, it wasn't the food stamps, but it's like that second thing that they give them that they take the vouchers in. I forgot what it was called. Um, I forgot. They gave it to underweight babies and um, babies with the disabilities. I forgot what it's called. But they gave them the vouchers and they take them in and they can buy the eggs, the milk, the bread, the peanut butter, the cheese. And Juicy Juice was the juice that they said was the better juice because it didn't have all those extra additives in it. I don't even know if they still sell Juicy Juice. So, guys, for years they talked about water. Juicy Juice is juice. Wick. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Marley. That is what it was. Wick. I couldn't think of the term. Thank you so much. Y'all forgive me. I did not remember that, but it is wick. Thank you so much. That is correct. And Juicy Juice was one of the ones that they said that they can buy. In fact, I think at one point they wouldn't let them buy anything but Juicy Juice because I remember working in the grocery store and they would come in and they could only, and we would send the parents back and say, you'd have to pay cash for this because you couldn't get it. They were very specific about what you can get with that WIC voucher. Okay, so with water, they talked about all your life. You heard people, your doctors or whatever, telling you you have to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Well, first of all, they never said how many ounces or how much how much was the glass, the weight of the glass, and all that other stuff. But the amount wasn't taken into consideration, mainly because you have people that exercise and burn a lot of use a lot of their water weight from working out. So they finally came around and said, what's the amount of water that people should drink? So they said that men should drink 13 cups of water a day, which is up to 3 liters. Women should consume 9 cups of water. Lakewood is an organic brand apple juice. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one in a long time, Jasmine. Right, living better. You're correct. Just apple and water, exactly. And with apple juice, it has the fiber in it, so that's why they add that to orange juice to give more fiber to the orange juice. Okay, so again, um, men are to drink 13 cups of water daily. Women should consume 9 cups of water, which is 2 liters daily. Now, if a woman is expecting, she's to drink 2 cups of water. I'm sorry, 10 cups of water daily. And if she's breastfeeding, it's 12 cups. Now, if you drink more when doing something that causes you to sweat, then you need to drink more water to replace and to prevent dehydration. So drinking more will regulate your body temperature, and it will regulate you from the the waste that you put into your workout and whatnot. And that's another question that's going to be coming up, Taylor. That's actually probably the next question. I'm sorry, the next slide that I'm going to show you. Now, children are supposed to drink. Now, also, you need to drink more water if you become ill, because if you regurgitate, if you have diarrhea, or if you have fever, you're going to start dehydrating. So you need to drink more water. Children are supposed to drink, in general, they should drink 6 to 8 cups of water, along with a lot of other fruits and vegetables. And if they are very active in the sports and things of that nature or at play, they need to add an extra half a cup to 2 cups every 15 to 20 minutes to keep them from becoming dehydrated. Also, on another side note with water, people say, yeah, you drink water to lose weight, and how much should you drink? The calculation is you take your weight and you divide it by 2, and that's the total amount of water you should drink per day if you're trying to lose weight, along with your fruits and veggies. Hey, Tiffany Chanel. And that was one of the survey questions I was going to give Tiffany. So thank you for bringing that up. So does anybody know what percentage of the body is water? Thank you, Tiffany. So the body consists of 60% of water. Now, Taylor, your question is coming up. And to answer your question, Taylor, that was the answer for I wanted to ask people, can you drink too much water? And I think some people have, it's 60% and of the body, Taylor, is water. And then on, thank you for answering, Taylor and Jasmine, Tiffany. So thank you for asking. I'm sorry, for answering. And the question is, can you drink too much water? Does anybody know the answer to that? So the answer is yes. Okay, Marley, thank you. Yes, the answer is yes. You can drink too much water, although it is rare that it happens. But you can drink too much water. It is known as it is known as intoxication, and it normally happens to the ones that are endurance athletes and soldiers. But I know someone personally that drank too much water. And what happens if you drink too much water, the person will have excessive amounts of water in their cells, and it will go to their brain, and the brain and the skull will start to get pressure, and it will swell. And the symptoms of it is headaches, nausea, regurgitating, and then they have some more severe symptoms, which is drowsiness, muscle weakness or cramping, increased blood pressure, double vision, difficulty breathing, unable to identify sensory info, and confusion. That happened to a family member, and they drank too much water, and
It's
we
8 o'clock.
had to take them to the emergency room, and it was pretty bad. It was close. We almost lost him because he didn't know the difference. He just knew that he wasn't feeling well, but he was drinking water, drinking, and he was working out. He was training bodybuilding. Your urine can get too clear. Correct, Tiffany. Brain and heart, 73%, but 60% full body. That is correct. And Taylor, they never said that that was a symptom of you having too much water because I drink over a gallon a day. And yes, clear. And I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Okay, so I said all of that to talk to about the next thing. However, I wanted to make a comment too about people about the market out there. People spend money on bottled water, clogging up the universe with the plastic containers and paying the big companies money for bottled water. But do they know if it's really good water for them? No, they don't. We as consumers, as humans, and again for convenience, we trust too easily. We do. And the water market out there, they're telling you this is good water, this water is better for you because I'm one. I bought the Voss water, and I was, oh, I gotta have Voss water. Voss water. Voss water is the best. So I was buying Voss water. It was artesian water, but I would go to Louisiana and would not dare drink the water because that's all that was artesian water. So I don't know what made it difference for me buying the Voss water and drinking the water in Louisiana. I think it's because it was cute. So what's the best type of water to drink? I will tell you the best type of water to drink is distilled water. Expedition Greg, hey, how are you? Welcome. Welcome, my brother. So good to see you. So, yes, the distilled water, and that is due to the fact that that water has no, zero, absolutely no contaminant or pollutants in that water. Yes, natural way. Do you know the best way to do it? You know, it's I was told years ago at a in one of my science conventions, they said boil your water. That's like distilled water. I didn't believe it, but yeah, I found that out that you can just boil the water. That's better than getting the water from the bottles. I'm doing very well, Expedition Greg. I am doing very well. I'm so happy to see you in my live. So, guys, if you're out here, and I know most of us do, but if you don't have Expedition Greg, grab him up. He is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All of you guys are awesome. But Expedition Greg, if you don't have him, grab him. He's a good one to have. But yes, distilled water is the best water that you can drink. And that is because it has no contaminant or pollute. Oh, great. Thank you. Has no pollutants in it. Other forms of pure water includes hydrogen water and reverse osmosis water. Therefore, purified water doesn't have the vital minerals that your body needs. I drink this one. Yes, distilled water is the best. You've been drinking it for years. Yes, I would pay to buy the distilled water. Yes, I would. And you know what? There's a place called, I don't know if you guys have it in your state, but I know in Georgia we have oh God, Arden's Garden, and they do the natural juices and detoxing and things of that nature. And they actually recommend you to drink the gallon of distilled water with their detox. They don't recommend anything. And yes, the other waters is a waste of your money. Now, I will tell you, because it doesn't give you any minerals that your body needs. It does not. And then I will also tell you, now I had a debate with a friend. How do you guys feel about alkaline water? What is your thoughts on alkaline water? Yes, Arden's Garden is the best. They've opened up a lot too, Marley. They only at one point they only had one over in Ansley Mall, and now here in Atlanta in Ansley Mall in Midtown. And now they are all over, and they actually sell their products in the grocery chains. Sells them in Kroger. I don't know if you've seen them in your stores, but they sell them now in their stores. What does bottled water have in it? It's the hydrogen water and reverse osmosis. It has chemicals, but a lot of them have chemicals in them. And you don't really know where that water is actually coming from. Some people say they like spring water. Some people say they like, what's the other one they would call it? Spring water. Um, it's another type of water that they would drink. But they rarely drink they rarely mention distilled water. And I know when you go into the store, you can't hardly find it because a lot of people know that it's a better water for you. So Taylor, it doesn't have, I don't trust it. It's deceiving. Exactly. Exactly. As far as you know, it could, so you don't trust alkaline water because of what they put in it. It's a mess. Yep. And they telling you, and see, I haven't found this to be true. I will be honest, I will drink my tap water before I drink any of those. Or if I can't get distilled water, I will drink my tap water. I just put my little filter on it and go through with it. I would drink that before I drink the other waters. You only drink it. So she has one of those filters that's on her faucet for the alkaline water. Is that what she does? Have y'all ever? Okay, before I get off the track with that, let me just tell you about the alkaline water because I have another one. Um, Alkaline water has been noted to give people energy. Not, not for me. It boosts the immune system. Not because you can get all of these things you that I'm reading out. You can actually get these things by eating the right thing, eating healthy. Um, it naturalizes the acidity level in the body. You can do that by eating the right things. And that's the acidity level in the body. Listen to this, naturalizes the acidity levels in the body that is caused by a poor diet. If you're eating right, you don't have to worry about that. So alkaline water again is a waste. What about the sunny water? The sunny water I think is by Coke. It's a Coke product. But again, I don't trust the waters. As far as we know, we're paying for bottled water and they can just be running it into from a water hose. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to knock any distributors. I don't want any of them coming here with a lawsuit against me. I'm just saying my personal preference. I do not trust it. I don't. And I don't know where anybody else live, but I know here there's places that you can go and buy exactly and go buy the machines and make your own water. But there's places here that you can go that's been licensed. And see, here's another thing. They say they're licensed through the state, and the state has given them the approval and whatnot. I still don't trust it. Discerning water is trash. It is loaded with additives. And that's big, and that's a Coke product too, isn't it, Marley? I think that's Coke. I think that's the Coke product. They put them on those cute bottles and make it all look all cute, and then we buy it because we're thinking, oh, it's really good water. So Taylor, I'm gonna just say, to be honest with you, as far as water is concerned, you come out better going to a distributor and getting your water. And that, when I say a distributor, it has to be a licensed person that does all of the healthy things, because these other ones, they're not cool. They're not. Thank you, Marley, for confirming. So yes, I don't do those. Aquafina, I forgot who made Aquafina and Smart Water, and then they have the ones that have all the these. No, I don't trust them. I don't. And then the thing about it is, because of the recycle game, here's another thing. My daughter used to drink it, but now she likes Smart Water. The thing about it is, the recycle thing goes, they take those bottles. I found out, I read, and I think this was on 2020 also. Love 2020. They take those recycled bottles and then they reuse them. So the only thing they do is they run it through this pressure type of thing to clean it out, and then they reuse them. So we're drinking behind each other anyway. So I don't trust them. I just don't. And I don't know if you guys have ever purchased a soda or a water that looked like it had been handled way too much. That was one of the clues that 2020 gave everybody. Smart Water is it's another brand of water, Taylor. And I don't know who makes Smart Water. Does anybody know who distributes that Smart Water? Because I don't know, because I don't drink it. So I have to stop and give a side break to say thank you all that's here. I've got 7 people in the chat, 7 amazing people. I'm actually loving the conversation and the participation here today. So I am loving it. You saw the same report on 2020, right? Wasn't that scary? People are, I'm telling you, that is just ridiculous. It's a sign of that we got a lot of people here, and I believe in population control, all of that other stuff. But come on now, give us a break. So I just want, I'm telling you, I'm doing these things, guys, so that I can bring you give you awareness to these things. But I also want you guys to be careful and take better. Some of us take really good care of ourselves, but spread the word. Spread the word. So of course, I do not particularly care about the water companies and things like that. So Coke is the distributor of Smart Water too? Okay. So Taylor, she's saying that Coke also distributes the Smart Water. And I think Smart Water was supposed to be something that didn't have, yes, that was the one that didn't have all of the actual additives in it that the other one that the Sunny has. So see, they tell you these things, but then they put a heavy price tag on them too. So I just don't believe in drinking those waters. So I wanted to pull something up for you guys before I go to the next slide. And let me see if I have it down here. Let me take a second for it to come up. So okay. It's going to come up in a second. I don't know if, let's see. So Smart Water is supposed to be distilled water. Their distilled water. Gotcha. Gotcha. So we don't even know how true that is. So I don't know if any of you guys, I know here in Georgia, and if you ever come to Georgia and you want to tour some of the historic sites, they have electrolytes in it. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's right, because that's supposed to be for the people drink it when they exercising and things of that nature. That's when that came out, and it was supposed to replenish. Gotcha. I remember that now. Okay, so if you come to Georgia, some of us are here in Georgia already, but if you ever come to Georgia, give and you want to do some sightseeing, there's this place called Warm Springs, Georgia. And Warm Springs was actually where the little White House is. And that's where President Roosevelt came and stayed in Warm Springs, Georgia, because we know he had polio. Hey, the foodie duo, thank you for coming. How are you? Thank you for running it. So, Warm Springs, Georgia is where they have a rehabilitation center, and that's because President Roosevelt had polio. And it was said that the water at Warm Springs, Georgia, cured people of polio. And this was back in the day. And that it is still operable, but every once in a while they'll lose funding and people say that that it's going to close down. But if you guys ever get a chance to come to Georgia and you do some sightseeing, it's about an hour. It's in Warm Springs, about an hour from Atlanta, but it's very nice. You get a chance to tour the White House, and you get a chance. They used to let you tour the facility where they had the people would go with polio or any other kind of diseases where they were unable to walk. So people that have spine injuries, they would go to they would go down to Warm Springs, and it was revitalizing their bodies, and they were able to heal themselves from polio and things of that nature. But I just thought I would bring that up while we were talking about water, because Warm Springs is a really nice place, especially if you walk through the little White House. It's kind of eerie at first, but everything is exactly how it was the last time he was in the little White House. So his car, everything, his bedroom, how the bed was, it's not made up, is exactly how it was. I am doing wonderful. Thank you. I hope you're feeling good as well. And your brother, I'm still praying for you guys. So I just wanted to bring up a little bit of history about the Warm Springs. So that's another place where people go for to help them with their disabilities and whatnot. And it's very nice. It's a nice place to go and visit. And while you're down there, there's a place called the Blue Willow. I think it's called the Blue Willow. It's a Blue Willow Inn. It's a family style restaurant, but it's all you can eat, and they just bring you all this food out, and it's just like, oh my God, it's too fattening. But it's a nice place to go. For history reason, because one of the first African American that worked for the little White House, he put her through college, and she was the first African American to graduate from the Atlanta University. I think it was Spelman, but he put her through college, and she was the maid for him. So it's a lot of interesting things. So I just wanted to bring that up. And then finally, we've got one other page. So, while it's going to take a minute for it to catch up, I will tell you, I saved the best for last. And I know a lot of us are going to have some things to say about this one. You're going to take there, but decide to go to the Shepherd Center. Now, I go to the Shepherd, and my sister, I don't go to Shepherd anymore, but my cousin goes to Shepherd. She had she's paralyzed from her waist down due to, she went to a parade for the 4th of July in Detroit, and some crazy person started just shooting over a watch, and she got shot. So she's here going to the Shepherd Center also. I would have gone to the Shepherd Center for multiple sclerosis, But by the time they had an opening for me, I had already changed and went to my neurologist who's over at Emory. He's the best doctor ever. He's like the top neurologist in the nation. So I got blessed with him. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to talk about making a difference in your life. I want you to try these natural flavored waters. Yes, this is the best thing I have had in a while. And I use it. I love color. So that's another thing that I say in all my videos. I love, love, love color. And if you're mixing up these different types of fruits with herbs, it's just awesome. Yes. So I don't know, have any of you guys tried the infused water? And if you have, let me know what you think. If you haven't, what you waiting for? If you live in a city that doesn't have good water, Taylor, I recommend that you boil your water. And then there are places, there's actually some type of attachment that you can buy. And somebody said it in the chat too, I think, that you can buy to put on your faucet to help you get better water. Because you got to have water. And you have to have, and some of the water you can get, you're not going to get that much from what you eat, but your fruit and vegetables like your cabbage, your squash, those are all water vegetables, lettuce, but you definitely need to drink that water. So if you're living somewhere where the water is not good, I recommend you to boil your water, definitely. And then also do some research and find somebody in your city that does they distribute it and they get their recommendations from, because I don't think the government actually recommends them because they want to get the money off the water that you pay for. I tell you what, if you want to use my own water with fruit, but prefer my water plain Jane. Well, my workout water is plain, but when I'm home, I have to look cute and everything. When company come, I have to fix it up. I love my infused water. Like Flint in New Orleans, I don't drink their water, period. Now, I have family in New Orleans. I don't drink their water at all, Taylor. So if I know that you are friends with Jasmine, so I can pass some information on to Jasmine so that she can relay it to you because I'll need to find out the city you live in, and because I don't want to cause any riffraff on the live, I'm not going to say anything about different cities and their water. So I would be happy to give you some recommendations if that's okay with you. So, guys, I'm going to give you some benefits on this water, the infused water, and they have a lot of benefits, such as its appetite control. Did you find it an appetite control for you, Marley? It did for me because I was eating the fruit out. I was eating all the fruit. So it's an appetite control. It's good with hydration, immune and defense. It prevents heartburn. It regulates your blood sugar. And of course, weight management. So that's so bad for some water because I hear a lot of people say, I don't like water. I don't drink water. Well, baby, you better drink some water because it's good for you. I know somebody that close, near and dear to me that refuse to drink water. And when I say you need to drink more water, I drink tea every day. I drink hot tea. That's water. It's not the same because guess what? And I'm going to do another segment that's going to talk about tea and coffee. But when you drink those caffeinated or those caffeine coffee and tea, it takes away the benefit of the water, and the water the waste comes out in your urine, so it does not help you. We live in Flower Mound. Okay. All right, Taylor, I'm not really sure where that is. So I will be in touch with Jasmine, and then she can put me in touch with you. I'm greedy, but water has never been an appetite control for me. It did for me when I started losing weight, though, because in case you guys don't know, I lost over 100 pounds. And what I started doing is that, and in my business, I was always out hosting events and entertaining guests. So I was always drinking at a restaurant eating. So I had to figure out a way to be able to continue to host events and wine and dine my customers. So I started cutting my meals in half and drinking like almost a gallon of water before the food comes out. And when the food comes out, I cut it in half and say, send that back, put it in a to go and things like that. So I had to do all of that to lose the weight. Keto coffee. You know, Tiffany, I heard of that. I've heard of that. I've never tasted because I don't drink coffee. Taylor, you are too funny. You are too funny. And I guess when you said that city, it didn't dawn on me because I have no idea. It could have been a real city. I don't know. Taylor, you are funny. It is? Really? Didn't I know that? So I will tell you that how it benefit. I try to drink a bottle of water before I eat to help me feel it. Exactly. Exactly. I had to do that because at one, I'm not gonna tell you any stories. I used to drink sodas. I think I talked about it the other day. I drank the orange, Fanta orange, the strawberry by Fanta, and I drank Coca Colas. And we talked about Kool Aid, but my grandfather wouldn't allow us to drink it. Then my grandma got some syrup, some flavored syrup, and we were drinking that. And I used to drink all that stuff. Tea, sweet tea. I did not like hot tea until the last few years. I wouldn't drink hot tea. I would rather have the southern sweet tea where the spoon stands up in the glass and stirs itself. So that's what I would have with my tea. So with that being said, I did the same thing, Tiffany. I surely did. But with this infused water, guys, it actually encouraged the children to drink the water instead of sodas. So I did a test. I did a blind taste test, and I think it's on my website. It does not. It will be soon. I took the kids, and I covered their eyes, and I put the um, blinds on their blindfold on them, and then I gave them the different types of water, and to see if they would drink it. And at first, they wouldn't drink it because they said it didn't taste right. And then when I said, I drink it throughout the day and before bed. Yeah, I keep my water with me. I keep a gallon of water in my container. I'll show it to you, but at the end of the live. Actually, it was on my Fitness Friday video live last week. But I actually drink a gallon of water all day, and especially if I have a doctor's appointment, because I know every time I go for my doctor's appointment, the vampires want to pull my blood. So when I go to see the vampires, I have water so they can pull the blood right away, no problems. So I did the taste test with the kids. They didn't like it at first, but then when I uncovered their eyes and showed them what they were drinking, they kind of started to like it. And they said, "Oh, this has strawberries in it. This is really good." So it actually worked for them. So I'm going to show you this last slide here. And I think you guys could find some use out of this one too. And this is where I do my chart for the different infused water. And you know what, natural way? I don't drink cold water. I cannot. You call them vampires too? Because they get me every time. Every time. And don't let me have a flare up moment when I have to have they have to come out and they have to set up a port, and then they have to pump that Oh gosh, what's that stuff in my body? Prednisone and oh gosh, I drew a blank. So they have to come out, and I have to have that pumped in my body every so. I haven't had to have it, God bless me, in a long time. But they would come and send the port. They'll put the port in, and then I'll have to give blood for them to check my levels and stuff. And they used to have to send somebody out, but with the cost of it, I'm like, no, I can do this on my own. So I can pull my own blood. And they were like, you can't do that. And I'm like, yes, I can. I'm a nurse. So, but yeah, the vampires, that's exactly what I call them. Your daughter dislikes cold water. She only drinks room temperature water. I'm with her. I don't drink cold. I don't put ice in my water either. And people say that, well, they would say ice water actually speeds up your metabolism and you lose weight. I do. I did fine with my room temperature water. I did just fine. Okay, so guys, this chart here gives you the combinations of the different types of fruits and herbs that you can put in your water to infuse it and make it taste really good. My favorite one, I will tell you, my favorite was the basil ginger lime or lime ginger basil. That's really tasty. That's my favorite. I didn't too much care for the thyme, lemon and thyme, and the mint. I was not good with that one. Um, so yes, my favorite one was the anything with ginger in it. I love it, and I like the orange, blueberry, and basil. I love basil, so those are really good. Room temperature water is good after exercising to keep the muscles from cramping. Cold water is good for speeding up the metabolism. Exactly. hmm But I do mine's warm, not warm, but it's room temperature, and to help with my muscles and whatnot. Girl, I get me some pickle juice. So, guys, this concludes my actual presentation. My lives are always left up, and I will go ahead. The last thing that I have on here is my references. I felt like I'm lately, since I'm doing all these slides, I feel like I'm in college all over again, putting references and things in APA format. Love you guys a long time, but that's what I feel like. I'm in college all over again. So, with that being said, is Wilson for real still in here? Yes, pickle juice. Love pickle juice. They say pickles and pickle juice is good for you when you're working out and when you're training. And it works for me. It works very well. Room temperature well just to ensure I get more water. But I love you like the cold water. Yeah, I can do the cold water. You like a watermelon and mint. So did I need to pull that back up for you, Taylor, or were you okay? So is Wilson for real still out here? We got 10 amazing content creators in the building. Now, some of you are in the backwoods. I appreciate you no matter how you came in and how long you stay, as long as you come in and show your love, thumbs me up. And also, if you are new to my channel, welcome. And also, thank you for joining me. So, yeah, 10 amazing people in the chat. I love pickle fruits also. Didn't know it was good for you. Yes, it is. Yep, it is noted. That is true. I read that in a what was one of those articles? I read it on this, was it CDC? Was it the CDC? One of those WebMD. It may have been WebMD. Thank you, Natural Way of Calling. Hey guys, I'm starting to put like on my community page. I do different types of questionnaires, a polls. I do the polls out there. So if you guys don't mind stopping by, checking my channel out to give me a yes or no or suggestions on, like I did one for the credit for the mortgage on yesterday. I put one up for that, and I try to put one up for each one of the segments that I do, because I want to know what's best for information to put out for people to look at. I'm trying to make sure that I give as much information to everybody as possible so that so we can all live a happy, loving life. So, um, yeah, so just let me know about that. So, does anybody know who's live right now? Is it I know Candy C was going live at 8 o'clock, and I wanted to know if the you saw the poll. Thank you so much. Thank you. So if you don't mind, if you guys don't mind going out to check on my polls, I will be back again on Friday for Fitness Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my days. Monday is Monday Mortgage or Mortgage Monday. Hey guys, which one should I call it? Should I call it Monday Mortgage or Mortgage Monday? I always get confused. How should I put it? Maybe that should be one of my polling questions. Should I call it Monday Mortgage or Mortgage Monday? And then, like, this one is nutrition, and then Friday is my Candy C is live. Okay. I was trying to see if Wilson for reals. I don't even know if they're still out here. I know they go live too. But if somebody want to drop Candy C live, we can go ahead and raid Candy C. 10 wonderful creators are in the chat. Hello. Even if you're in the bushes behind the scene, I welcome you full heartedly. So yeah, so maybe next time when y'all come in, my slides will be better because I think I am going to be 100% better going through YouTube. And I cannot wait till I'm able to do so. So we're gonna rate Tiffany. We're gonna rate Candy C, and hopefully, if I can get Tiffany Chanel, aren't you in Bible study? If you are, I will see if somebody else can drop that link for me. Hello, John Eggery. Hey, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. We're actually getting ready to raid Candy C unless somebody's trying to raid me. That would be too funny. Okay, great. So thank you, Tiffany. Love you long time, girl. Thank you so much, sis. Okay, so guys, we're gonna go ahead and raid Candy C. When you go in, let her know this is a Eat to Live Strong raid. Drop her some candy, show her some love. At least stay in there for 15 minutes. I know you guys are gonna have fun. I'll probably be running my mouth and up on the panel too. And okay. Okay, great. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. I hate to have disturbed you with that one. You know, the Lord is the important one. So yes, go in, say Eat to Live Strong raid, drop her some candy so she know we love her. I love you guys a long time. I really thank you for joining me today. And let's see, I'm gonna go out here and tell you something before we get out of here. So here's my water. Am I behind? Yeah, I'm behind. I'm supposed to be down here. I got to get finished with my water. But anyway, thank you all for coming. I will see you guys on Friday. I hope to see you guys on Friday. Love you long time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now. Go raid my girl and drop that candy. Good night, Marley. Thank you for coming. And thank you for participating. All of you guys was great today. I love the conversation and how we were talking today. So this was awesome. I appreciate you, every one of you, very much. Good.
Guys, that's it. That's it. All right, listen. So I was raised majority by my stepdad, my real dad. They played a part, but majority raised by my three sisters, my cousins, my female cousins, my aunt, my mom, my aunt, um, my man. Like majority of my family are women. You know what I'm saying? So it was certain things I had to learn how to do about being a man that I didn't learn until I got older. And I say this to say it does take a man to teach a little boy how to be a man.
Okay, so I tried to leave the slides up and I think I'm good now. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Thank you again. If you come back in, the live is public, so you will be able to review what was said in the live along with the slides. I do apologize at the beginning of the live. The slides were not letting me be great and they were not in the live. So I had to come out and go back in and make sure that they were working so that everybody could understand and see everything that I was speaking about. Thank you again for coming in. I will see you on Friday for Fitness Friday. So, again, my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday is Mortgage Monday. Wednesday is Nutrition or Healthy Living Wednesday. And then Friday is Fitness Friday. So, the names of the lives will be different, but they will all be pertaining to one of the three things. Monday for mortgage, whether it's buying a house, refinancing, credit, or closing your loan or picking a real estate agent. There's a whole bunch of things that I will be talking about. On Wednesdays, it's going to be fitness. I'm sorry, Wednesday will be regarding healthy living, whether it's about the foods we're eating. Today we did it on sodas. If it's going to be on processed food, if it's going to be on vegan food, keto food, the whole nine. I do not discriminate against any type of lifestyle that people select or choose to follow. So I will do, thank you, Tiffany. That is a great idea. Wellness Wednesdays. Thank you. I will use that one. Tiffany, I do need to talk to you about something too. So after the live, if you have a few moments to give me a call, I would greatly appreciate you calling me. And yes, I will do that for Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, compliments of Tiffany Chanel. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And then, of course, Friday is Fitness Friday. So I got my three together. So I'm going to follow through with those. And I will see you guys again on Friday for Fitness Friday. And I love you long time. Thank you for joining me today. Bye bye now. Blessings to you too as well. Okay, thank you. See you later. Bye bye now.